the return of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as he got all up in the face of Alexander Rusev. That bad boy right there, oh my God, that thing was awesome. I must admit, that was a very cool segment. I loved seeing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come back. However, I had a little bit of concern about that particular segment. Now look, don't get me wrong, because I want to elaborate on this a lot more. I touched upon it briefly on our 30-minute Raw recap from earlier today, but I kind of want to just spend a couple of minutes about this, and maybe we'll have this excerpt be available on YouTube. But look, on the one hand, I'm digging the fact that Alexander Rusev, he's coming in. This guy is just into like his first year being up on the main WWE roster, and you talk about a golden fucking opportunity that this man was being presented with by being in the same ring with a multi-time champion, the People's Champion, the Brahma Bull, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, bona fide Hollywood actor. I mean, you need help with your struggling franchise, just pick up the phone, call Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his people. They will help you out. We're hearing the rumblings that he's going to be part of the next Transformer movie. We're hearing that he's going to be part of a Baywatch movie. You can't help but wonder if maybe David Hasselhoff is going to have a little bit of something to do with that, so you hope. But everything this man touches is freaking money. And talk about a really good opportunity that was given to Rusev, and not to mention also to Lana. I mean, Lana is still relatively wet behind the ears when it comes to being a manager, and talk about the great opportunity that the two of them were as they got to rub elbows with one of the greatest all-stars in the WWE, in The Rock. Loved it right there. I mean, it just really kind of seals the deal that Alexander Rusev, he has arrived, that like it or hate it, he's going to be a guy that if he continues to play his cards right, he does everything squared by the book, he doesn't get into any trouble, he could have a pretty decent career in the WWE for years to come. Could he be a WWE champion? I don't see that happening. You know, now, if the World Heavyweight Championship belt was still in the picture and it was a separate belt for maybe the SmackDown brand, I could definitely see him doing something like that. Could he become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion? I just don't see that happening. I just don't. There would have to be some people in high places that seriously love Rusev in order to make that happen. And unfortunately, the way it's looking right now, that's just not in the cards. But still, it was great for him to be in that position, working with The Rock, even though when I think of a real American getting into the face of Rusev, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson I'm not picturing that. And not because he's Samoan. Don't come at me with that lame-ass fucking line. I think that's a crock of shit. Has nothing to do with just the way that the Rock character has been built and has evolved over the years. He's not patriotic. All right? He's not patriotic. But somebody like the immortal Hulk Hogan, or somebody like the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, as I've been saying this for a long freaking time. And I was probably one of the first people to say this. I said this like months back. I said this right before Money in the Bank. I said, this is Kurt Angle. It has his name all over it. It's ready for him. It's on a silver platter. It's got a bow around it. That's his for the taking if the WWE can strike a deal with him. But no, so far we have seen Big E Langston, we've seen Mark Henry, we've seen Jack Swagger, we've seen Big Show, now we've seen Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I mean, look, smart booking in the way WWE set this up with Rusev and The Rock too. I love the fact that The Rock didn't do the people's elbow, he didn't put Rusev in rock bottom, didn't put him in a sharpshooter. because that really would have made him look very weak. I mean, you just think about all the months of build-up that they've been doing with the Rusev character, and yet he gets owned like a punk bitch when he gets in the ring with The Rock. So, I mean, smart booking right there. And, I mean, hey, it was nice to hear some of the jokes that The Rock had made about Rusev, talking about how his shorts came up pretty much to his nipples. And I think he said something about Chewbacca balls or whatever. Great stuff right there. Kind of came off a little bit like classic Rock. Kind of seemed like he was a little bit restricted, though. And let's be honest, Rock did not come on at 11 o'clock. I think this had all went down at like the 10 o'clock hour or something like that, at the top of the hour. So, I mean, for me, I was able to take the little bit that we were able to get that was really on point about The Rock and everything. But I couldn't help but look at Rusev. Even though he did not get the rock bottom, the people's elbow, the sharpshooter, he still got his ass whooped. He got smacked, went flying out the ring. You're saying to yourself, great, awesome spot. But what's going to happen next week? Because The Rock's not going to be there. So now what? Could Rusev afford to take that type of a beating at the hands of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, knowing in the back of your mind you're not probably going to be seeing The Rock again until maybe, if you're lucky, WrestleMania? And that's just maybe to do like a 5-minute spot, just promoting some stuff or whatever. You know, what do you do with Alexander Rusev next week and the weeks going forward? That's the real question. So Rusev can afford to take a little bit of a backseat at the hands of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, as when it's all still said and done, he did get a really nice rub off from the Great One as well as Lana, but more so Rusev. Lana really did not get that much of a good rub off. I mean, it was just, oh, Lana, as far as The Rock was concerned, oh, smoking hot, isn't she hot, folks? And I love the joke that he made about her, though, talking about us smearing off in her pudding or whatever. Like, she acts so stuck up. It's like she's acting like she's got a smeared off up her pudding. I kind of like that. I thought that was pretty freaking hilarious right there. But now the $1 million question, what is next for Rusev? I mean, on the one hand, we're now hearing that WWE is giving strong consideration to having Rusev feud with Sheamus after he gets done with having a program with the Big Show for the United States Championship, and that maybe, just maybe, WWE will finally pull the trigger and make him the United States Champion. Well, it's about fucking damn time. Where have you been? Our show, our good buddy Titus, a lot of my colleagues have been saying this for the longest. Hey, as long as you guys are able to make it happen sometime before this calendar year is out, I'm all fine for it. Welcome to the 21st century. That's all I gotta say with regards to that.